Hey guys, Embrys Legends. Welcome to the video. I'm glad to have you all here with me today. It's gonna be a good one, guys. It's gonna be a good one. I have not fallen in love with a champion like this in a long time, right? You know me. I love my Rio. I love my Syl, a little old school love there for Syl, and I do love Rio, but we're doing it again. We're gonna make the big change that nobody cares about in the world, except for yours truly, and we're putting a new man. I wish I could change to alternate form, right? But we're gonna put Embrys. We're gonna put Embrys as my, what are they called? What are they called? Like a highlight? Pick your player card. As my player card champion. There it is. Because this dude is absolutely insane. I am so... Listen, I speculated as soon as they introduced his kit, right? As soon as they told us what he did, that he was going to be nasty. But I had no idea. Nobody had any idea just how nasty he is.
Nasty girl, nasty.
But he's also kind of a confusing champion. He's a Chimera champion, so he's a mythical that everybody eventually can get their hands on, a farmable, I would say, mythical champion, and what a great design. Listen, we do give Plarium some grief. We love to hate this game from time to time here on the channel, but man, they nailed it with this dude. Like, what a beautiful, what a brilliant design. It's I don't know, maybe genius is a little bit hyperbolic, no big deal. But there's some genius in this design, right? Whoever designed Embrys at Plarium, they need to design more champions. Put them on all the mythicals, at least, right?
Let me know if you need a recommendation.
Because he's so cool. First of all, aesthetically, he looks so, like, look at this guy. So BA, man. All the little intricate details. I mean, I love it. I love the little skeleton. I love the occult vibe, just in general. And man, Knights Revenant, my favorite faction, and he looks incredible. And then his alternate form. Whoa! Look at this dude. This is a thing of nightmares. This is HP Lovecraft type-ish right here, is it not? I mean, look at the eyeball on the weapon.
Hello there.
Get that thing away from me. He just looks incredible, right? Looks incredible. HP based on his alt, support on his main. Let's talk about his kit, and let's talk about all the things that you would never know because it is not in the text about this dude that makes him even more special and why I love him so much. All right, first of all, base stats pretty solid here. Fast, 111 speed. He's pretty tanky. All good, right? His HP or his damage scales off of HP in his base form, as well as his alternate form plus accuracy. A lot of talk about accuracy to come here. A lot of players, should I build him with accuracy or not build him with accuracy? It's kind of confusing at first, right? An AoE on his Fetid Glaive on his A1 destroys enemies max HP by 3%, stacks up to 30%. You could definitely get some utility out of him in areas like the Scarab King, right? Also, he can solo Sand Devil as well. We'll talk about why on his alternate form. Also increases the duration of one random debuff on all enemies by 1 turn. Fantastic. None of his effects here can be resisted if enemies have any Necrosis stacks on them. We'll talk about what they are and all the special rules that apply to them as well in just a moment here. But how about his Void Stare? My man has 2 extra turn abilities. So ostensibly, we can open up if we want to and take 3 turns in a row consecutively with this champion. And you guys know me, I'm a sucker for extra turns. I love them. I love them. True Fear on all enemies for 1 turn. Decrease attack on all enemies for 2 turns. These cannot be resisted again if they're under any Necrosis stacks, then grants the extra turn. So you can open up any battle that you want to with True Fear and decrease attack on all enemies. Great for waves, great for control everywhere, great for Centranos as well. But it is polymorphable as well, so he can turn into a sheep. So you just want to be cognizant of who you're going against in the arena if you do decide to open up with this ability. If you're not going against a lot of polymorph, why not, right? Why not? The Unmaking, this is such a special ability. The best way to digest this A3 is to break it up into 4 different parts, right? AoE attack can weak hit based on affinity, right? So an AoE attack. If you don't weak hit, the removal of Stone Skin and the replacement, because of the word replace, how it's coded, that Stone Skin removal, it's not a 50% chance to remove. Provided you don't weak hit, that's a guaranteed Stone Skin removal. This dude changed the damn game when it comes to Stone Skin. You can just remove it, right? Does not require accuracy either. So provided it isn't weak hit, guaranteed stone skin removal and no accuracy required. That's insane. That's insane, right? Okay, True Fear, block debuffs replaced with block buffs, and then removes any positive buffs and replaces them with a negative. So increase attack, decrease attack, continuous heal, strengthen, heal reduction, weaken. Does require accuracy. Does require accuracy. Steals 5% of each target's turn meter for each buff converted into a debuff by this skill. Also decreases turn meter of all enemies by 20%. Does require accuracy, provided they're not under necrosis. If they're under necrosis, nothing requires accuracy. But at the very least, you get the guaranteed stone skin removal with this unmaking ability, provided you don't weak hit. Passive. Whenever an enemy is killed, place a necrosis stack on all enemies. Period. Let's stop there. Necrosis stacks cannot trigger polymorph. Sheep. He can't be sheeped by necrosis. What an amazing little thing there, right? So when you build him with low accuracy, you can still remove stone skin, but you're probably not going to land all these other negative debuffs. Thus, you don't have to worry that much about sheep either on this A3, just depending on where you are. You might want to do the replacement as well. I'm going to show you a high accuracy build and a low accuracy build. I'm going to let you guys decide. I prefer no accuracy in the arena or very low accuracy, but I'll let you guys decide. You guys can see the results for yourselves before you build them or after you build them. Necrosis stacks. Basically, there's only two ways to remove a necrosis stack. Necrosis stacks, and they can't trigger sheep, they can't trigger polymorph, and they can't be resisted or blocked. And if they're under 10 debuffs already, they still can't be resisted or blocked. They'll get an 11th debuff, right? It's not going to be limited by the number of debuff stacks. So there are a lot of special rules here that apply. The only way to get rid of them is by reviving an ally on the team with necrosis. You revive an ally, you remove 1 stack. Revive 2 allies, you remove 2 stacks, right? An ally dies again, you get another stack back and you can't remove it, you can't cleanse it off, right? What does it do? 5% damage to whoever has it per stack. So you have 3 stacks, 15% damage. At the start and the end of this champion's turn, instantly activates necrosis stacks on all enemies. At the start and the end of this champion's turn. So now we get instant activation twice on his base of the necrosis. Let me tell you, I was not ready for how much damage these things do, especially going against this dude. Whenever he's taking those turns, I mean, you're just dealing with a lot of damage. Kind of in the same way that I think back in the day, I used to undervalue how much heals you can get from a simple 15% continuous heal. It's the same thing, but the inverse of the damage that you can get from necrosis. The other way to remove necrosis stacks is to put a stone skin on your team. So maybe like an Allele or maybe like an Arbias, for example. If they cast a stone skin, you'll remove necrosis stacks. But here's the thing. When the stone skin gets removed or expires, if you have dead allies, you get those stacks right back. So reviving is the only tried and true way to permanently remove those stacks. He has HP in all battles by 35% on the aura. Switch forms. Stay away. Stay away, eyeball.
I came because you summoned me.
Switch forms. We get a tankier version, a little bit of a slower version here. And this is the nuker form. First of all, an unbelievably good A1. A block revive if you kill an enemy with the A1. All of his damage scales off HP in accuracy. It scales far more from HP than it does accuracy. Good time to go ahead. Might as well show the multipliers here. Thanks to hellhades.com. They've got a godlike damage grading here. HP is 0.25 plus accuracy divided by 10K. Same thing here is the HP 0.28. Now a 0.28 multiplier on HP on his A2, let's talk about his A2 here, is not the craziest, most hard-hitting ability in the game, right? Like Eric's A2 and Taurus and Narcissus, certainly they hit harder. However, check this out. Attacks all enemies and atomize. Oh, what a beautiful name for this ability, isn't it? Atomize? Oh, it sounds like, yeah, keep this dude away from me, please. Deals double damage to enemies whose accuracy is lower than this champion's. You get double damage. if he has higher accuracy. And then ignore 50% of the enemy's defense whose accuracy is higher to or equal to this champion's. So ignore defense is everything when we talk about dealing with other champions, not bosses specifically, even though it can be helpful against bosses. So it's amazing in waves. It's amazing in the arena, okay? 3-turn cooldown when booked. Can book it up for damage. The cool thing about this guy too is certainly he's better booked, right? I mean, more damage, cooldowns, the whole 9. But he takes so many extra turns. He does so much, has so many awesome abilities that you don't even have to book this dude to get a lot of utility out of him, right? But wait, there's more. Your life is forfeit. Swaps HP with an enemy. If the target's a boss, he fully heals and restores his HP. Each time this skill is used, he increases his ignore defense by 10% while in his alternate form, stacks up to 50%, and then grants an extra turn. Another extra turn. So we're given a choice when we start the battle with this dude, right? If we're going against a bunch of stone skin, we can go in and we can just remove it with the A3, right? Simple as that. If we're not going against a bunch of stone skin, or if we have a mixed bag and we don't have to deal with polymorph, we can open up with a true fear on enemies, with a decreased attack, take an extra turn, and then go in and remove stone skin. Or if there's no stone skin, or maybe one champion that we're not super worried about with stone skin, we can open up with a true fear, the decreased attack on everybody. We can switch forms, we can swap HP, we can power up his ignore defense, and then take another extra turn and go in and atomize. Just smoke them with the atomize. Or we can A1 and block revive somebody, right? Don't sleep on that A1. I find that sometimes, even when I have the atomize off cooldown, everybody's a reviver in this game nowadays. Lazarius, Nice, and Odin, and Marichka, even the non-revivers are revivers. So revivers everywhere, you can respond to that by just simply putting them down and they'll never come back up. And what else is great about that block revive? Another beautiful little small thing that's so synergistic about his kit is that if you can't revive him, you can't get rid of the necrosis stacks, you know? You can't get rid of it. You can't, because you can't revive him, right? It's a block. They get it, Ash. They get it. So beautiful. All the extra turns, all the flexibility, the versatility of what you want to do with this dude. Degenerator. His passive. 5-turn cooldown is the active effect. And that is, if this champion's about to get killed with a fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly places a revive on death on them before the damage is taken, okay? So we love this. We love the fact that he dies. We love the fact that he dies.
You insensitive prick.
What do I mean by that? He gets hit. It's not a block damage. It doesn't prevent his death. It puts the preemptive revive on death, Godseeker and Neri style, right, on him. So what's that going to do? That's going to go back to the passive effect. When this champion dies, reflects 50% of the damage back to the attacker, including surplus damage. So there's been many times where I'll kill an Embrys and then my nuker's just toast, just dead. And then he comes back because he's got the revive on death, but it counts as a kill, right? So powerful. Well, whenever an enemy is killed, Necrosis stack on all other enemies. Necrosis stacks can't be resisted or blocked. We know the whole drill. Oof. Man, what a beautiful kit. What a cool champion, man. They knocked it out of the park with this dude. All right, so I want to show you 2 builds on him. Again, I just want to be upfront with you guys. I've tried both extensively. I climbed to top 25 platinum, by the way, for this video. We're going to showcase him in the arena. I'm going to link a couple other videos just to show some other creators love as well, to show him soloing, like some Sand Devil being used a little bit more in PvE areas. But I'm most excited about him in PvP. Not to say he can't be so helpful in a billion different areas. Doom Tower Waves, and we mentioned Scarab King, we mentioned Sand Devil, we mentioned Centranos as well. Good in Siege, he's good everywhere, right? He's serviceable in most areas, I should say, of the game, right? But he is just a really cool, genius leveled kit for the arena, and that's where I want to stay in today's video. I'll probably do a longer PvE guide on him on my Raid Shadow Legends Champion Guides YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to show you 2 builds. I like the build with the lower accuracy personally, right? Because we're going to remove the stone skin guaranteed anyway. If we have Necrosis stacks, nothing can be resisted anyway, right? And we're not leaving that much damage off the table on the multipliers that factor in the 2-source damage of accuracy on the alternate form. I talked to a couple top players, by the way, to get some second and third opinions on this dude, and the sweet spot seems to be, for endgame in the arena, aiming for around 300-ish accuracy, right? You get a little bit of a bonus on the multipliers. You can still land some stuff on some champions, but you're still going to get that ignored defense against most champions too. I prefer maybe even a little bit lower, just based on my testing. So Stone Skin Lethal is one way to go. You can go double Stone Skin, but he's taking so much extra turns that it's not my personal favorite. You can do Pinpoint if you want to, but again, if you have low enough accuracy, you don't have to worry as much about Sheep. Necrosis stacks, we already talked about. Polymorph proof anyway. Stone Skin, you're not going to have to deal with polymorph there either on the removal. So a lot of considerations here. This is build number 1 though. This is the high accuracy build. I don't have him obviously empowered. I don't have him awakened at all. If I did, by the way, on blessings, I would go with, I think I might go with Soul Reap on this dude. So I like his damage, frankly, right? I like his damage, and I think that might be the way to go. I will say one thing about the Stone Skin. Another way that he can be mitigated is not just weak attack. I should have mentioned this earlier. It's not just weak hits, but Lightning Cage. Lightning Cage can protect Stone Skin removal from Embrys. So keep in mind, especially against like a Siegfried, very popular Lightning Cage champion. There's a few of them, right? Just keep in mind that Lightning Cage is a good response. Maybe you're frustrated dealing with so many Embrys in the arena. If you're not now, maybe you will be in a few months. Lightning Cage is your friend, right? So that's a consideration for all of you guys.
Thank you for your concern.
I kind of like building him as a nuker with Soul Reap, right? You could obviously put him in Polymorph as well in the arena, just like any other damn champion in this game, right? If you're building with high accuracy, you could definitely consider Polymorph. I would probably. Or in PvE content, I think the best blessing for him might be Nature's Wrath. Increase the damage inflicted by this champion for every debuff they successfully place. Okay, so Nature's Wrath is another strong consideration for this guy as well. You could go in so many different directions with him. Those are my blessing recommendations. Again, I don't have him awakened or empowered, obviously, in today's video. Neither will a lot of players who get their hands on him. Let me show you the other build really quickly. I'm not going to switch to it because I'm going to show you both. But we have a low accuracy build, 325 on the accuracy. And you can see the damage is going to have quite a bit extra HP. You forget how much stats you get on blessings and stuff like that when you don't have any, on awakenings rather. Either way, I have Orb of Transfixion on him, whereas a 10% chance to steal. What do we have it at? A 20% chance to steal a random buff when attacking a target. Really cool, right? To have on him. It can't be resisted. Occurs once per skill. It's perfect for him. He does get some accuracy there, so you got to be careful if you're trying for a low build. But either way, I like the Orb on this dude. But he does have a relic that was absolutely made for him. The thing is probably nobody has it. Probably like 3 players watching this video right now. But I will show you, just so you guys know. It is the Death Dealer. The Death Dealer. How do I get myself? I can't. Okay. Death Dealer. There we go. Wearer's attacks will always be critical, but the wearer receives 200% more damage. Man, he's like one of the weirdest champions in the sense that we want him to receive more damage, because 200% more damage will kill anybody off of his alt passive, because he's reflecting that damage and surplus back, right? So just kind of a note for you guys, right? All right, guys, here we are, top 25 arena right now. We're going to jump in, and we have a stacked team. We're going to be going against the most stacked teams that I can find as well, right? Tars and Rishkin could be a real pain to deal with here. What are we going against Stone Skin? 3 Stone Skins, no Lightning Cage, nothing to worry about, right? No Marius, so we can boost. Lazarius has an ability where he can boost turn meter, and he also reduces turn meter on the enemy team, so you gotta be very careful of Marius, kind of like Lysandra or Shuzen's A3 abilities. Gonna go in there, gonna get that block debuff because Sify lost her turn. Now we could go in and open up with the True Fear on Star Sage. But it's going to be an auto resist. Star Sage has a lot more than 500 resistance. So we're just going to go in this case. We're just going to go in and we're going to get guaranteed removal, right? We're not going to get a weak hit there. We are going to have to deal with Tars didn't even counterattack. Fantastic. Let's sacrifice Lazarius.
Hey, that's not right.
Nah, let's not sacrifice Lazarius. What are we kidding? Let's just go in there and poke away with the A1. All right, have to deal with the AoE from Nice. Have to deal with a big nuke from Taurus. It's all good. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to buff up with Siphi, and then we're going to use the revive and get some perfect Veil on the team with Star Sage's revive instead. Okay, so now we're dealing with block debuffs on everybody. We're just going to poke away at Star Sage. And our Star Sage is looking fine.
Fine.
All right, so now here we go. We could go in and again use this ability and get the extra turn, but they're all under block debuffs, so there's no need to. We're gonna switch forms. Now check this out. This is really cool. We're gonna swap HP. We're gonna get the extra turn. Now, we're not gonna have enough oomph, especially with high accuracy, or higher accuracy, I think we're at 500, to kill anybody here. But we're gonna die from Taurus. So keep an eye on Taurus's health here. Counterattack. Dead. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Necrosis stacks. Look at the health. Look at that. That is such a magical thing to do, right? Like, I love it. I freaking love it. All right, now we can switch forms here. Now that Taurus is dead, we can get the nice easy kill here off Marichka, reset the cooldowns of their reviver, and now I'm always freaking petrified of Nice, but I want to stay in base form. And yeah, because Taurus's constant pressure is on cooldown, excuse me. Plus I can still put him to sleep. Okay. We're going to go in with we're just going to poke away here at Star Sage with the A1. Now what I'm thinking, right, look at that health again. It's okay. We got revivers for days. We're good. Now I'm going to pick him up. And now I'm going to start thinking about the A1, right? The A1 ability. No Necrosis, so we can't kill Star Sage. Don't hold that against him, but we kill Taurus yet again. We kill Taurus yet again. We're going to pick them both back up. This is a fun battle, by the way. At least I'm having fun. Are you guys enjoying it? I was going to do like a bunch of battles, and I thought to myself, dude, these battles are going to take a while here, right? But, okay. I could switch forms right now, and keep in mind, let's just do it. I'm kind of torn, right? Because you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to pop him off. Block revive. We have to deal with Marichka's revival, obviously, right? But now they're not going to be able to revive one of their revivers because they have Nice as well. We're actually going to switch forms. I want to start putting a little bit more control on the table here. So let's go ahead and land a stun. And then let's stay base form. Poke away here at Taurus. I want to get Taurus's health low enough. With Embrys, I'm still going to take my extra turn, right? And I'm going to go with that A1. Pop him off, block revive. Now, if Nice kills anybody, which he's bound to do in his alternate form, we have nothing to worry about, do we? We have nothing to worry about. Because there he goes. Kills. He kills himself on the reflect damage, right? Man, that was just one battle. And you're already seeing the magic of Embrys, right? Like, so cool. Everything that he does. He's such a threat. He's like a triple threat. He's a quadruple threat. All right, let's go in. Go in, buff up. They've got a Torment. They've got a lot of stone skin. Well, some stone skin. Man, we kind of have the option of what we want to do here, right? Let's just A1. And then maybe we can land a True Fear on Siphi.
I'm scared.
Yeah, sweet. We have the high resist. Everything that we did in that last battle was with the high accuracy. What I want to do is, I actually want to purposely lose a battle. First, let me go in and remove some stone skin here. I want to purposely lose a battle here and just compare the damage because I want to A/B test against like the same champions, right? So let's get him to his alternate form here. That was his A1 from his deterrence, right? Let's get him from... I'm worried about Siegfried right now. A little worried about Siegfried. Of course, I could go in. He has a protected increased defense. No, not block debuffs, which is nice. So I think we're sitting pretty here. I'm actually going to switch forms and remove some of this crap. We need to neutralize Siegfried with the block active skills. because he can delete my team with his Rage of Nephilim. Not Star Sage, though, but we're pretty good. All right, let's get... let's just poke away at Siphi. Sure. All right. Let's do a DPS check. What do you guys say? Let's go in. Let's, again, swap HP. Siphi's going to have the highest. You notice what the swap HP is? He's not going to swap down to the opponent, you know. Most of you guys know that, but it's worth stating. Okay, so here, I could simply block revive Siphi. I want to, but I want to atomize. Boom. 70, 43K, give or take, right? We might actually die here. No, we don't. We can't die. We can't die. We got him on the team. He's going to come back to life, right? Block damage will mitigate, obviously, that death shot. But I want to end the battle, and I want to, same team, I want to switch the build really quickly, right? So let me switch it. All right, guys, I got 200 accuracy. 200 accuracy now on this build, and quite a bit more in terms of HP, right? His speed is roughly the same. Everything else is roughly the same, give or take. So let's rinse and repeat, basically, right? But let's compare that damage here. So we're going to open up with that A3. Fantastic. Go with the A2. We're going to get another A2. Just get the turn meter boost. We're going to go in. We're going to do the same thing. Going to see. Hey, we still land the True Fear with no resistance. Fantastic. 2 stone skins. Let's remove them. Let's remove them. Great. All right. Siphi did get her turn. Pesky. Going to go in there. A2. Let's put Kymar. Kymar's our only option here. No big deal there. We're going to go ahead and swap forms again. Going to remove the block damage. Or at least lockout, rather. Lightning Cage protected it. We are going to, again, switch forms. This time we're going to kill Kymar, the A3, or not. We're going to just poke away here, block, debuffs everywhere except for there. Gonna sleep, gonna stun, gonna get an extra turn. Going to, I gotta wake him up. He has block active skills at least, though. Now we can go in. Look at all these extra turns. I made a whole video talking about why I think that Relentless sets are so incredibly powerful. Look at this. Necrosis is doing a lot of work here, and we're not doing a lot of work. He hasn't even gotten a turn yet. Poor guy. I just want to test out that nuke. All right. Let's switch forms again. Go in, get a turn meter boost here, get some protection, get some healage down. Okay. Fear, we lost our turn thanks to Tormund. Way to go, Ash. Let's get rid of Siegfried. He's always such a threat. It's easier just to delete him, right? Okay, get him back up, put him asleep. Finally, we get our turn. All right. So we can go in. We can swap our HP. We can go in with the big nuke. A lot more damage, right? And we can still remove the stone skin as well, right? Really, really powerful. Let's go in there. More extra turns. I made a whole video. Did I already say this? I made a whole video talking about why Relentless set is one of the most underrated arena sets in the game. I've won so many battles that I should not have, thanks to the, let's block revive. Let's block it. Not that we need to, but I made so many videos talking about why I think that Relentless is such a game changer for the arena on support champions. Block revive on Tormund as well. Just so powerful. All right, let's go against like one more team here, guys. The beautiful thing is there no team is really too, well, maybe this team is too tough. Maybe this team here. Let's try it. Let's try going into a Marius frickin' Volcanos team. All right, stone skin, stone skin, stone skin, stone skin, stone skin, everywhere. This time we have to go 8. I missed the enfeeble. My bad. My bad. Rushing things here. Let's get some buffs up. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and cleanse. Look at all the damage that Volcanos is doing to my team with these stupid burns, right? All right, let's go in there, and there's nothing to do with the A2. We could True Fear Tormund, but I'm going to go right in there and remove some Stone Skin. We got a weak hit, thus we did not remove it from Carnage. So that's a real pain there, but it is what it is. We are going to just A1 here. Nothing else to do. Okay, look at all the damage that Volcanos is doing, not even attacking. Isn't that just insane? Isn't that just insane? Wand of Submission. threw the stun back at Marius there. A little RNG. I'll take it, right? I'll take it. Let's go in here, remove some buffs, and lock them out. Great. All right. Man. Volcanos. All this damage from Volcanos. From his stupid burn activations. Such a strong champion. I'm just going to go ahead and neutralize. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take that A2, get my extra turn. Now they're all under fear and true fear. Now we're going to go in, swap HP with, I don't know, who cares? Volcano, sure. And then we're going to go in. Boom! There it is. Man, what a champ. What a champion. He is such a fun frickin' champion. Do you guys see the damage difference now with a low accuracy? We can still get the guaranteed removal stone skin provided that we don't weak hit. So strong. Let's do one more team, guys. What do you think is the strongest? Let's refresh and pick the strongest team we can find. Maybe this one here? I don't know. I think that, I mean, all these teams are really freaking. Let's just do one more. I want to like try to, this one. How about this one right here? The very bottom one. That's a tough team. Didn't we already do this team? Wasn't that the first team we went against? Forget it. I take it back. Ooh. Let's see. I was hoping to get like one of those all fully empowered mythical teams. But I'm not seeing... how about, want to go Embrys on Embrys? I don't think that team's super, super tough. Let's go against one more refresh. I'm looking for like the most stacked +4 of everything team I can possibly find. What about this squad? What about this squad? Let's try it. Let's try it. All right. We'll end the video with this one. Here we go. So a Carnage, a Nice, a Freya, and a Star Sage. So we'll go in with the turn meter boost. We'll go in with the protection Siphi. We're going to go in with... I don't want Star Sage to go, so I'm going to go A2, get a more turn meter boost, and we're going to pass things off to... Hey, we still land. The cool thing is, you'd be surprised with 200 accuracy. You can still land that True Fear on some nukers out there, which is really nice. I could try to remove from Freya, but... yeah, I'm going to switch forms. I'm going to switch form. Why am I switching forms there instead of going in with a stone skin removal? Because I'm afraid that Nice will kill me and Carnage will neutralize my passive skills. But I want to reflect that damage back to Nice, right? Like that's what I really want to do and get him already cooking in his alternate form. That could be a good decision or a bad decision. Let's swap HP. Let's go in and get a little nuke down. Still really nice damage there, right? So it played out exactly like we wanted it to, didn't it? I think that was the right call. Now we can just go ahead and get in there and block buffs. Get the... Oh, look at that. The death on revive off of Nice. Now we can pop off, hopefully, their reviver. He goes with the A2. Beautiful. You can't cleanse, obviously, the Necrosis. We can go in there, remove some polymorph. We go right in. Again, deterrence so strong, masteries-wise on him. We'll go in with a block revive potentially on that A1, right? Super, super strong. Let's go ahead and switch forms here. And then, I don't know if we can pull it off, but no, let's just go with AoE here. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. So Freya, you never... If there's one thing you never do in this game, you never, ever discount Freya. But she's not going to be able to wipe out my whole team. She gets the kill shot on Embrys, and she dies! She dies! All right, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this champion. I freaking love him. If you don't have him yet, well, thanks for watching the whole video till the end, first of all. If you do have him, congratulations. You will get him eventually, and you are going to love him. I promise you that. Congratulations if you do have him. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.